Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Monday, July 14th, 2025. It's been a blessing for more than 5 years to come together every single weekday morning to learn Torah together, to say good morning by name to each other from all over the world. Andrew and Michelle, it's good to see you. Susie and Tara, Linda, Boker Tov. Hope that all of you are safe, all of you are well, that you're taking good care of yourselves and each other. Peter, so good to see you. Shavua Tov, my friend. Arlene, Boker Tov, Hineni, with you. With you. Let's see who else is here, and then we'll get started in a moment with a bracha, with a blessing, and then some Torah learning. Jack and Debbie, Rosa, it's good to see you. I saw that. We're going to share that in a moment. Adrian and Linda, good morning. Sandy and Cecile, Deborah and Lisa, Boker Tov. Barbara, sending love to Falmouth, Massachusetts. All right. Sherry, welcome. Hope that you are well too. Hi, Cynthia. Okay. Judy, it's good to see you. Here we go. Let's sing a bracha, learn some Torah. Tov, everyone. Good morning. It's good to see all of you. Today is broadcast 1343. Today is day 647 since October 7th. Today is also 4,000 days since Lieutenant Hadar Golden, a very young man, was kidnapped by Hamas. 4,000 days. He is in that count of our 50 beloveds that we've been praying for. Today's Torah is for Hadar Golden. He should be home. We've been saying that as if there's one situation and one history, but we are one people. And so today's Torah is for Hadar. It's good to see all of you. This is a very interesting moment on the Jewish calendar. Some of us know that there is a period of time during the summer every year called the 3 weeks. These 3 weeks begin with a day called Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, the 17th day of the month of Tammuz, which was yesterday. And they lead 3 weeks later to among the saddest days on the Jewish calendar, Tisha B'Av. And we'll talk about what Tisha B'Av is as it comes closer, literally, well, 1 day less than 3 weeks from now. But this 3 weeks, Bein Hamtzarim is called in certain communities, between the narrow places, is a very complicated time on the Jewish calendar. We typically do not officiate at weddings. Some people avoid live music, things that are celebratory, because on the 17th day of Tammuz, yesterday, we commemorate the breaching of the outer walls of Jerusalem, which is part of the destruction that leads to Tisha B'Av, in 3 weeks, the destruction of the Beit HaMikdash, both the first and the second temples. As that date comes closer, we'll talk more about Tisha B'Av. Right now, I'm helping, I'm doing some work for the Academy for Jewish Religion with my beloved friend, my co-editor, Dr. Ora Horn-Prauser, on a volume as a supplement for Tisha B'Av. As soon as that's available, I'll let you all know. So it's on my mind. But whenever this period of time comes around, I think of a beloved teacher whom the world lost way too soon. His name was Rabbi Alan Lew. If you learn from Rabbi Lew, you know exactly why I am mentioning him. He was a beloved teacher. He was a Zen master and a phenomenal pulpit rabbi, a social activist in San Francisco, and a tremendous author. And this book of his, he has a few books. One of his other books is called One God Clapping, which is a combination of so much in his life. But this book is called This Is Real and You Are Completely Unprepared. It is a treasure in my family's library and in many people's libraries. It is a journey toward the days of awe, culminating with Sukkot, but beginning with Tisha B'Av. And there's a cycle of writing here that is incomparable. I'm going to be taking some time as Tisha B'Av comes closer to review it for myself, for my own learning. And we have never had a book club, and we're not going to, as part of this community. But if you're looking for a recommendation, some really good spiritual work to do on this journey from Tisha B'Av, which is 3 weeks from now, all the way through Rosh Hashanah, I cannot encourage you more highly to purchase this book, borrow it from a friend, get it from the library, and learn together. I will be reciting some of this as the days come closer. I was there when Rabbi Lew died. He was teaching at a rabbinic training institute run by JTS in New York. It was in Pearlstone, a beautiful Jewish retreat center outside of Baltimore. And he was on a walk and died. And all of the teachers, all of the scholars, all of us, we took a time and all of us ditched everything that was going to be learned, and this is what we learned. I cannot recommend it highly enough. He talks about feelings and soul and the Jewish ritual journey, our psyches, our relationships, and what I want to do is honor him in advance by encouraging you all to explore this book with me. That was an introduction to this period of time. But what is it in the midst of everything that we're going through right now, friends? What we are going through. To count the days and to know that we're on day 647 of another period of time that we could call Bein Hamtzarim, between the narrow places. Our emotions are, well, they're so intense. And that might not be true for all people everywhere, but we're a self-select group that tunes in every morning. We've been counting the days. And so I wanted to offer us a thought about this period of time. Barbara, the name of the book is This Is Real and You Are Completely Unprepared by Rabbi Alan Lew. If someone can post a link on Facebook, that would be helpful. Thank you. There are those who make great efforts during this 3-week period of time to really limit joy, to not have meat for those who eat meat, and for those who frequently do laundry, as my family does, to not do laundry. And so I actually know people who will put on every piece of clothing in their wardrobe before the 3 weeks begin, so that it won't be clean clothing that they're wearing. They'll just have put it on, and because they put it on, it isn't fresh. And so it's a way of commemorating these 3 weeks. And it's not that everyone observes them, but they are very intense, and they are a re-entry into the darker parts of our history. And we'll reflect as Tisha B'Av comes closer about how that day, the 9th day of the month of Av, is assigned so much of the commemorative energy on the Jewish ritual calendar. Our consciousness over millennia has placed so many of those hard moments into Tisha B'Av. There are exceptions. Yom HaShoah is its own day, and so too is October 7th. These will be days that will stand outside of so many of the other days that have been combined into Tisha B'Av, which we'll talk about. But they include, mythically speaking, the signing of the edicts of expulsion from England and from Spain. Many things have been conflated. Historic moments that did not happen on Tisha B'Av are commemorated on Tisha B'Av, and part of the reason for that is to make sure that we limit our sadness so that it doesn't pervade every day. I remember a long time ago, when I was rabbi of a shul, I spent some time creating daily emails to the shul, just short notes. And one of the components of that was on this day in Jewish history. I always tried to find something that would just be curious and interesting for everybody. And so many of the websites that I would turn to that would have a list of what happened on this day in the Jewish calendar, they all listed horrific things. And you and I know, especially given day 647, where to this day our beloveds are not yet home. 4,000 days since Hadar Golden was kidnapped by Hamas. We know that Jewish history can be seen as a series of very broken days. But that's the lachrymose, the sad vision of who we are and where we've been. We are also more than that. The journey that Rabbi Lew points to in this book that, again, we will be looking at over the next period of time, an experiment for us. I haven't really assigned any readings for our community, but I think you'll enjoy this. You'll grow from it. I certainly will, from looking at it again. This journey doesn't end with a sadness. In fact, that's really important to reinforce. During these 3 weeks, which we call the 3 weeks, some of us will change what we do and what we eat and what we wear, how we celebrate. Do we celebrate live music? The intensity grows from the 3 weeks to those last 9 days of the 3 weeks, the 9 days that lead to Tisha B'Av. A good segment of the Jewish community has a higher consciousness of those brokennesses. And that's fair and it's fitting. This year, similar actually to last summer, we are in that already. And so what I want us to think about doing, friends, is not to be less conscious of the ritual demands that tradition places upon us. Those are gifts. They are real. It's important. It's the richness of the fabric of a real Jewish experience. I bless us to take really good care of ourselves during a time where ritually we're supposed to feel even sadder. I want to say that again because I hope you let it in. And as I say that I hope you let it in, I hope to let it in too. That during a period of time where our ritual life encourages us to experience more sadness, may we not do that too much. There's plenty in the world, plenty of chaos and complication, plenty of striving and yearning and pleading for the right decisions to be made to bring our 50 home. And there is also joy to be experienced. Don't miss the joy, friends, even during the 3 weeks. For us to be able to build next chapters of our own history, we have to remember, as we say Friday nights in Lecha Dodi, a beautiful prayer, Sof ma'aseh b'machshava tchila. We should begin with the end in mind. I'm actually quoting, I think, Steve Covey, because that translation is not exact. Think about where the journey leads. It leads to Sukkot. It's really important, friends. It's really important. Because even though it feels like a million years away, Sukkot is coming. Even though it feels like a million years from now, Rosh Hashanah is coming. Now, for rabbis and cantors and clergy and presidents, it's, that is a heavy time, a lot of planning. But what a celebration awaits us. These 3 weeks, they're complicated. Tisha B'Av, it's complicated. Yesterday was a fast day, complicated. Don't miss the joy. Don't miss the joy. We live our lives with a conscience. We live our lives mindfully. We know that life is not only the ups, but these last 647 days, we are deeply aware of the downs. And so what I want us to do as the 3 weeks begin, friends, is to give ourselves the gift of breathing deeply and letting joy in. So take a breath with me before we sing Hatikva. Take a breath. Let it be a life-affirming, lung-cleansing breath. Don't miss the joy, even when ritually we know that this is a moment of contemplation, a moment of digging deep, a moment of thinking of our history and our conduct. Let all of that in, but do not miss the joy. There's no prohibition during these 3 weeks from smiling, from greeting each other, from loving each other, from building this world. There's no prohibition. Tisha B'Av is a concentrated day, which we'll deal with as it comes closer. But these 3 weeks, they're just 3 weeks. And our history is bigger than just 3 weeks. Our hearts are bigger than Tisha B'Av. Our lives are bigger than 647 days since October 7th. I know it sounds either naive or, God forbid, callous to say such things, but we are bigger than the pain. And so please, friends, Andrew said it beautifully, to appreciate the joy through self-reflection and awareness. Let this period of time be self-reflection and awareness. Deeper praying. But also make sure that you eat well. Go for a walk. Take a breath. Rest. Call someone you love. All of this is allowed, even during the 3 weeks. And I would go even further. All of this is an obligation, especially this year during the 3 weeks. Affirm your life, friends. As Emily says, it's a both and. It's all true. Take good care of yourself. And let's keep doing our work. Send your hearts to the east with me. Kol hod balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvateinu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון Virushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends.